Adele's weight loss. What's your thoughts?
Unexpected. Unexpected will be the word.
Unexpected. See, I think everyone's on about like, oh, it's such a shock. But there was pictures not long ago of her like quite skinny.
Yeah,
not bone skinny like she is now.
I know it is.
And I feel like everyone's like, oh, it's such a shock because every newspaper article you see, she's there next to herself when she was probably at her heaviest or whatever. Do you know what I mean? Like they're just showing them pictures. They're not showing the pictures from a couple of weeks ago. Mm-hmm. Do you know what I mean? When she was like
pretty much the same. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Obviously, it's like the same like the bodybuilding things in it. It's like where they do like the guy's looking hench because he's had a pump and then he's drank loads of soda and that, and he's like trying to puff his belly out as much.
Yeah.
To use like the biggest contrasting images to get like the best results from like what you see. But yeah, I just think it was just. I mean, from me, who's someone who doesn't follow Adele, follow her music like tightly. Obviously, I'm very aware of who she is. It was a shock because I've not been tracking her social posts.
Yeah, you've not seen it. Yeah, I've just seen the odd video on Twitter. But so that's one thing I would say is that yes, to most people, it's probably oh shit, Adele's lost 7 stone or whatever it is.
Yeah,
but. This has probably been time coming. Do you know what I mean? Like, how long? When's Adele been in the news recently?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
In the past couple of years, she's not really.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? So you're not. So that's why you're just going to see a picture of the end product and be like, yeah,
facts. And again, like you don't see the full grind. You don't see the full
that's what I mean,
transformation process that she's put in. Like people are like, oh, she's just went and got skinny or went and
exactly.
I'm saying she's obviously been working on this aspect of her life, whether it's like mental or sort of physical health. Do you know what I mean? Obviously, they come hand in hand. So no one knows how she was feeling. No one knows why that's come about or what. I mean,
or how long that even took. Do you know what I mean?
I know. No one has any idea how.
Because it's not because she has been out the news for quite a while. To be fair,
I don't think she's only in the news when she's like dropped a new project or like number one in the charts. Like she's never in the news for any like scandally shit. It's super.
Yeah.
It's like straightforward.
Well, I think that might have been the only other time I did see her was when she was like arguing with a boyfriend in the street or something. And that's when I did see her. I was like, oh yeah, she's lost quite a bit of weight. But she was nowhere near as skinny as she is now.
I don't know. I just think it's a choice that is a bit crazy, seeing as though her whole come up vibe was just like you be you, you know? Like she didn't do any form of like...
I mean, that doesn't really disregard that in a way, does it?
It 100% doesn't, because she still made it where she made it, how she made it. But of course, I feel like there may have been a part of her that thought, well, I need to conform if I want to stay like sort of relevant. I don't know. When was the last time you heard like an Adele like absolutely smashing the charts? Or, I mean,
just the last time I heard an Adele song anyway.
I know.
Because it's not, that's the thing, she's not really like radio playable, is she really?
No, it's like...
Unless it's like a deep station that's like
wedding song,
throwing out these ballads every day. Like you're not going to hear it on a day-to-day basis. Do you know what I mean? But I suppose there's a few people like that though, because do you remember Ed Sheeran was gone for like years? He was like, "Oh, I'm taking a break." After his big come up, he was like, "Oh, I'm taking a break." Yeah, and he was gone for a few years.
It was after that.
That's when he came back out with a. What was that song? That Don Diablo remix, remember that we were all like on? What was it called?
Oh, that was Don't. It was called Don't.
Don't.
Yeah,
was it? Yeah.
That was an absolute baller. But yeah, he went on like a proper hiatus. I mean, he was grinding before, like, you know what I'm saying? He was grinding for years before he ever even had his come up anyway.
Oh yeah.
He was like literally going in and out the trenches for fucking so long. On that sort of subject about like other artists who are in that sort of category, it's very similar to Lewis Capaldi, who's been like on his own vibe, you know. He sort of came up in that same way of like, I'm me, and if you don't like my music, then that's sort of not really my problem.
I'd say the only difference was, I don't know, but you could draw that to be in a similarity, is that Lewis Capaldi is like, how many people know who Lewis Capaldi is, but also because of his like Twitter presence and like the videos.
Like,
that's what I mean,
and stuff like that, like all over socials and stuff. Of course,
whereas like Adele really didn't do that, but in a way she did, because she was still like the.
I don't know.
She had that accent. She had that accent. She still had that like road accent. Do you remember?
Adele's like the poster child for just like, fuck it, I'm sending it. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like she was never really. Oh well, I mean, I don't know. I've never met Adele. I don't know anything about it. So all this is just my personal opinion. But like, she is not, I don't know, just like the typical type of person that you would see dominate like a mainstream market, as you said, with like a proper like gangster voice. Do you know what I mean? Like a proper, like she knows, like, and like she's really involved with the hip hop community. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I suppose again, it's probably a similarity that you would have to draw between them again is you'd never know Lewis Capaldi's Scottish from his songs, would you?
Yeah, that's a perfect comparison. Like, it's
like her accent, you wouldn't know it that she spoke like that if you listen to her songs.
Where is
and
she?
Probably the same for him. She's from somewhere down south, yeah.
Yeah, it's like somewhere.
She's in one of her music videos. She's in like a tracksuit and stuff, I think.
Yeah, just chilling,
like a park bench, sort of.
I was watching one of
vibe.
The carpool karaoke with James Corden, like one of them. Yeah. It's like the whole verse by Nicki Minaj on the track Monster on the Kanye West album. Do you know what I mean? And I just saw there, I was like, yeah, you love like the R&B, like the gangster vibe, but your talent just so happened to be like a melody, powerful singer.
That's crazy, that, isn't it? That happens with like sports people as well, you know.
What?
Like people that like the sport they want to make it in, they just don't, and they end up becoming like sick in another sport.
Yeah,
and, like they don't really like. They've not other people like have that like burning passion of like, oh, this is like what I'm meant to do in life. Do you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Whereas I was like, oh well, this is working out.
Yeah, so then they sort of stick to it. Yeah, like Kobe brought out a rap album, and then because he wanted to be a full blown guy, you know, I mean, like the R&B scene, extend it, and it didn't really go anywhere. And then he obviously became, Kobe Bryant, one of the greatest. Like the NBA, but that wasn't his like sort of start where he wanted to go. He just ended up falling into that same, and it's the exact opposite with J. Cole. He wanted to be an NBA player and then didn't make it, and then started making rap, and then obviously became him. But it's like that. Just sort of, you just got to throw your skills at a bunch of things, and then just see what sticks, and then just hold that out.
Do you think it's going to change your voice? Do you think it'll change your singing voice?
Nah.
I
think she might lose.
No, because you see these that's what I mean. You see these opera singers that are like, do you know what I mean? It takes like the whole body to like get like that noise out. Do you know what I mean?
Like you see them to hit them notes and shit.
I suppose anything that wasn't the same, they could just fix and after it anyway, really, couldn't they? So
yeah, I suppose
you never really know in this day and age.
Yeah. Her voice meets like the minimum criteria in like 2020 to be edited to sound worthy of whatever you want it to sound like. Like as long as you meet sort of like a good enough vocal sort of level, you can add sort of loads of masteries, EQs, and all shit like that. Like, or just like auto tune the shit out of your voice to fucking make a beat. It's not the most difficult thing anymore. But during like the come up of her, that still wasn't a thing.
No.
It was pure talent.
I think the thing I was meaning to say before was, don't run about Ed Sheeran taking a break and obviously Adele just taking this break or whatever. I think when you have that big come up from nowhere and then you go on these tours, I think the tours must take it out of you.
Yeah, imagine just being like no one, like me and you now, and then we have to do 16 countries in like, do you know what I mean, like 3 months. Yeah. Like crazy times, like we're up until 1 a.m. like bouncing around the stage, like trying to hit thousands of people. Like, yeah, it is hard, but I mean, after that, you enjoy the fruits of your labor with the big,
that's a good point.
Big money, and that's why they take the time off. They work hard and then take a few years to just enjoy the money that they've.
Yeah, I know, that's a good point. Yeah.